off the successful cross country season, kind of getting the team back together. Now that there's the early December meet, but I know how much you like just having the team all in one spot. Just talk about your excitement level for this weekend's meet.
I mean, obviously, cross country kind of separates out the distance runners from our track team, and it was a great cross country season. Third with the women, fifth at two Big Ten titles, and then third with the women, fifth with the men at NCAA. So we were very excited with how that all played out. But to bring the full squads together again and have our entire track team, competing together again is what I always look forward to. So it should be a lot of fun.
Off the cross fitness, how do you guys think everyone did at BU for that first meet of the year?
Yeah, that was just coming off the cross country fitness away, because at some point all those cross country runners have to grab a little bit of a break, and to take advantage of that fitness coming off of cross country was kind of nice. So I thought we probably got a few national qualifiers out of it, which is always important, and they were able to take their break afterwards. So the slow build for the distance runners into the track season will be like it always is, and hopefully the rest of our track team is fired up and ready to go, because they've been training all fall waiting for this moment now.
Jerry, it seems like just maybe last year and this year for sure, there's been a more concerted effort to diversify the team, bringing in Peyton, bringing in Alekna, bringing in Trey Betts. Was that an intentional decision that you felt like you needed to get more point scorers across the board?
I think we value track and field here, and a lot of programs, and it's just the nature of the NCAA today. I think a lot of programs are, becoming very one-dimensional, maybe two-dimensional within the track team. We value every event area, and we want to have a complete track team. And having a complete track team, I think, allows you to have the best track and field program out there. And, so yes, has it been, an effort to, or at least have we thought through that process? Absolutely. But I think that was just a matter of time before, we got kind of knew exactly what kind of program we wanted to have and what kind of product we were trying to put out there. And, now that we're kind of in that groove, we're making sure that we cover all our bases in all the event areas, and that's what we're trying to do.
For this squad, it feels like there were several athletes just that had extended seasons from like last year into the end. Aaliyah was one of those. What's it been like just kind of adjusting maybe the early on schedule to make sure that maybe they're not being overworked, considering that there was so much put on several of these athletes last season and now obviously heading into this one?
Yeah, I think, absolutely. The seasons we're carrying on longer, especially with USA's running late into the summer. For some, the World Championships went all the way into September even. We do have to be conscious of that and some of the athletes. And I think all the coaches in their individual event areas took the precautions and the necessary steps in order to let those athletes recover, have a little bit of break, because you want to be fully charged up and ready to go. And I think you could probably tell from talking with Aaliyah, she's ready to go already. And, I think all the other athletes who were in the same boat and same experience, they're ready to go as well.
3 athletes on the Bowerman watch list for this program. What does that kind of say about where this program is going right now?
Yeah, that's a good thing, right? I mean, winning the Bowerman's a hard thing, but early on to have athletes on the watch list that everyone's paying attention to and have an opportunity or a chance at accomplishing something like that, yeah, that's exciting. I mean, so that's something we always want to have. I'd like to have more than 3.
Going into an off season, an off year in the Olympic and World Championship cycle, how does that trickle down to the collegiate level?
Going into an off season?
Just going into like a year when there's not going to be an Olympics or not going to be a World Championship.
And how does that impact? The collegiate team?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that it does that much, because most of the time, collegiate athletes have a very difficult time making a World Championship or an Olympic team. It's usually kind of an older athlete's game at that point. And although it does happen. So I don't know if that impacts us as much. I think the pressure to want to be at the USA Championships or the Olympic trials or the Olympic Games or the World Championships, I think that still exists. And I think that drives those athletes a lot. And so I think there's a little bit of a change with that. I think everyone's a little more relaxed. But make no mistake about it, the collegiate team here, they know that NCAA's, we want to win NCAA championships and Big Ten championships here. So they know that, those seasons come quick. Indoors, I mean, right now we're saying this is the first meet of the season, but before you know it, we're going to be at the championships, and it happens fast.
Just wonder, you had obviously Elliott run a little over a month ago, obviously in his first race, and would have been, it felt like several months. Just how good does it feel to see him obviously back there? Will he be competing, I guess, this weekend? And what does it mean just to have him back on the team, hopefully healthy?
He will not be competing this weekend, but yes, it is fantastic having Elliott back. That 3,000 he ran, that was just a great effort, especially since he wasn't coming off of a cross-country season of fitness. But I think, his season was a little delayed last year, obviously, and not having that outdoor season or the outdoor campaign like we typically would want from him. He had a shortened one, abbreviated with kind of USAs, and he ran well, but I think he really came into the fall and he was motivated to kind of find, even though he didn't have cross-country eligibility, he was motivated to have, good fitness this fall. And I think it showed in Boston. And I think we can expect big things from Elliott this season.
I saw Maddie Elmore's name on the roster. What's the status of her?
Yeah, we're planning on running this season. She's coming back from kind of some time off last spring and this fall. We'll see what that means. We're not going to race until she's ready. And when she's ready, we'll put her in uniform, though.
As far as eligibility goes, does she have a full track season?
Indoor and outdoor.
What about Maddie?
Maddie Erickson?
Erickson, yeah.
He just has indoors. Yeah, which it hurts because we all love Maddie, Mr. Consistent.
Does Alekna have a role this indoor season, or is he just going to be solely focusing on the discus?
Yeah, he's a discus thrower. So he's been training, preparing. He's doing a great job, and we look forward to seeing him in a duck uniform for sure.
What's it like having a world record holder in your facility?
I mean, I can't even describe it. I think somebody gave me the stat. The last time there was a world record holder on a team, other than Alekna at Cal last year. Last time there was a world record holder on a collegiate team, though, before that, you have to go back to I think someone said it was the 1930s or something. So you have to go a long way back. There's not a whole lot of world record holders on collegiate teams.
How is Coach Bluerich going to try to get him over that hump? Because he's been second at the NCAA championships way too many times.
And I know everyone thinks, oh, you're the world record holder, you should be an automatic 10 points. And I'll take that pressure off right now. Competition, I mean, it's hard. He may be the world record holder, but there's a lot of athletes that are like him that are competitive and talented and strong, and they want to win as well. So, Alekna's a great athlete. I know Coach Blue and him have been working very hard, and yeah, Alekna, he wants to win. I mean, I saw him last year. He was very disappointed in getting second out here, and that's it's part of the game. It's part of being an athlete, and I think they're working hard, and I think Alekna will, hopefully he'll turn the tables this season.
With this weekend's meet, just what are you kind of looking to see from your athletes into this first one? What do you really want to see them accomplish besides trying to win, obviously?
Yeah, this particular meet, I just kind of want to see what the fall training and early winter training has looked like in terms of competition. See that in form. We see it in practice, and we see what they look like, and the reports back from coaches like, we're doing this really well, we're not doing this so well. That's all great, but when you get to see them compete, you just get a little bit more clear look at, okay, here's our event, here's our areas where we need to work on a few things. And I don't have expectations on, we have to do this or that. I just want to see what it looks like, and then from there, I think we can make some changes to whatever we're doing, if they're needed even, make some changes to make sure we're a better program when the championship part of the year comes along.
I know World U20s is a long, long ways away, but like you said, blink of an eye, it'll be here now. Are some of the younger athletes on this team thinking about that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I was just talking to Juan Gonzalez earlier today. We want to make that U20 team and compete right out here at Worlds. And I know we have some good high school recruits that want to make the team. And Bodie Lutz in the 800, he's particularly fired up, and he knows it's very hard. I mean, it's a hard team to make, but he wants to give it a good crack too. So I think anytime you have a young and talented duck who knows the world championships are going to be held out here on this track, they want to be a part of that. So
what did you see in Bodie Lutz? Because he just had an awesome end of the season last year.
Yeah. His sophomore year was the year that he popped on paper for us as coaches. I mean, we saw him his sophomore year out here at the state meet, and he stood out. He was, and then honestly, his junior year, he took a step back. He didn't run his traditional 400, 800 events. He was running more 200s, and he was still very good, but it doesn't jump off the paper. If you're going to be a 200 meter runner, we're probably looking for something different here than Bodie Lutz in the 200, but he came back his senior year to the 4 and the 8 again, and obviously it shined again. And yeah, so you could see the talent from early on. He's a talented young man.
When he took Cooper Lupton House all the way to that very end of that 800 NON,
Yeah.
so that says a lot about him.
Absolutely. And Cooper's, the best we've ever seen in high school in U20 right now. I mean, he ran 142 last summer, so that's outstanding. But like I said, Bodie's not afraid. He's, he works hard and he wants to be part of it.
What would you say is his biggest improvement from the time he came on campus until now?
Bodie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bodie, we're working on strength with him. He was mostly a sprinter. And had a real heavy sprint background. We've been working on strength all fall, and we think strength over time. The big picture goal with Bodie is to develop that aerobic fitness, and he's got lots and lots of speed. We're not going to ignore that part of it, but he's got lots and lots of work in the aerobic development, and if we can accomplish that, I think he'll go far.
One more. What big things can we expect from Abdel after a great fall season he had after winning Big Tens too?
Yeah, I can't say enough about Abdel. I mean, the transformation from when he got here last year to just being one of our team leaders, running with the confidence that he has been running with, not being afraid of anybody up there in the top group in cross country. I think that'll translate to track as well. I think the long aerobic 10K race, over grass really played to Abdel's strengths, but we have a 5 and a 10K on the outdoor track too, so I think he's looking forward to those.